I'm smiling because I am doing this, and I'm so happy that we have gotten here. And welcome to another episode and another series of working away from home. And in this topic, I want to teach you the most wanted. Yes, this is the most wanted, and this is also the most asked question. Like the other video I tackled, the other video I talked about the requirements of looking for a job while you're in UAE, and in this video I promise to tell you every detail, every step of ways of applying, and where I'll give you platforms. By the end of this video, you'll be looking for that job like a pro. So stay tuned and subscribe, and also the links to the other videos so you can connect them together, you don't miss anything, will be down on my description. Look for a job in UAE or in any other Gulf countries. It means that you are already in the country. You're either, if it's in UAE, you're either in Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Abu Dhabi, name it, or other Gulf countries or the Middle East, maybe like Qatar. I do know people do the same in Qatar. I don't know much about the other countries, but I'll tell you more and more about UAE. And since you're here physically, for a new person, it's very difficult. But if you follow these steps, step by step, and you follow everything that I tell you on this video, you will have no problem getting a job, and you will be getting that job like a pro, just as I said. You have the requirements, you have everything, and you're all set to look for a job. Now let's talk about first what a tamaka is, because I know people use this word a lot. Tamaka is widely used, and when you come looking for a job, everybody calls you a tamaka. According to what I understand, I never know who came up with this. I know that a tamaka is anyone looking for a job. It doesn't matter whether you're holding an employment visa or your visit visa or tourist visa. Anyone who is jobless or anyone who is in need of a job. Like, for example, me, I'm working right now, so which means if I start looking for a job, it means I am tamaking. So there's some few people who've been asking also, what does this tamaking means? And for me, I used to actually understand it more, like, because in my time when we were looking for a job, we used to walk from one building to another and drop our CVs, which I will get to in the later part of the video. And I used to think because we're hitting the road to go and drop those CVs, that's what tamaking is. But I think tamaking is definitely anyone who is looking for a job. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, which part of the country. There's no premium or silver or bronze tamakas. You're looking for a job, you're a tamaka. On to our main agenda. If you're looking for a job while you're here in UAE, you're either actively looking for a job or you're just open to all opportunities. One of the main ways that you'll be looking for those jobs is by submitting job applications online. This is tricky because people think submitting jobs online is just applying. I have had people advise each other, keep on applying, but it's very important to check, are you doing it the right way? I have made this mistake and I have learned it through my own experience, the hard way, to a point of getting very disappointed and frustrated if I don't get any job interview invites. By blindly, I mean that I just see a post and then I'm interested in certain job, and all, like, I'm not really experienced in that job, and I'm just like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. I know maybe I can do it, but doing it the right way is very important. So I end up applying for that job even without reading the job description itself and the job requirement. Guys, please read the description and the requirements. Don't be too lazy. I know it looks like too much, but if you really need something and you want to really do it, read the description and the requirements. Keep the laziness away. I know I was a bit too lazy for that also, and it cost me. but I later realized it, and when I did it right, it helped me a lot. So please do it. When you read the description and the requirement, it makes you feel whether you are up to the task or you're not up to the task. And if you are up to the task, you go ahead and apply it. If you're not, you go next to the next job, because there's millions and millions of jobs in these platforms. For you to actually apply for those jobs, or for you to see those job posts, or for you to receive those job notifications, you obviously have to apply. And one of the best and the number one way I think that is very, very accurate when it comes to applying jobs is going directly to the company's website and going to the career portal and logging in and registering, and then logging in and then looking for all the vacancies that you feel fit your job description or fit your own experience, and then applying for them. When you're scrolling down to those career sites, look for something that actually is close to the and matches your qualifications. Don't go applying for a managerial position when you know that it's not even close to any experiences that you have added on your CV. You might be experienced and feel like that you are up to the task, but it's not even included in your CV. There's nothing on your CV that says that you're a manager somewhere or you have managing experience, and then you go direct applying for a managerial position. That's already your X'd out. And once they X out, they give you time like 6 months or something, so you can reapply again. Some companies do that. I don't know if they do it anymore, but they do that. And I know companies that will let you apply for multiple jobs as long as it reflects. As long as there's something small that reflects on your CV. And for you to go direct, for you to be able to go direct to these websites, because not every company has a website, but some of them have. So if you sit down and think, this is a job that I want to work as a sales lady, and what do I can sell anything. If you're a sales lady, you can work in a fashion shop, you can work in a clothing shop, you can work in a shop that sells shoes, bags. There's so many sales shops. For example, you want to work for Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Versace, Adidas, Puma. List down all of them, because I know when you're looking for a job, you know the kind of interest that you have. If it's hotels and you want to work with 5-star hotels, or you want to work with stand-alone restaurants, name them. If it's Intercontinental, Hilton, Burj Al Arab, the address, name them, list them. Start going to their website one by one, and then check their requirements. If they don't have a career portal, it means there's other ways they used to employ their staff, which you will eventually find out. And also, because I'm leaving you every tip, if you don't get those jobs there's somewhere else you will get. So that's how you do it. That's the first thing that you do. So you obviously know that you're gonna Google search that one. So if you go to Google and you just type in dolcegabbana.com, go direct to their website. If it's not that, Dolce & Gabbana or Versace, or let's say you want to apply a job in Movenpick, so you go to movenpickcareers.com. Simple. It will take you direct to the page where you register, log in, and then you see what they require. If you're looking for a job as a recreation department, or you're looking for a job as a hostess, waitress, hospitality, then you find the jobs and you see what they require. And if you feel like you meet the qualifications, go ahead and start applying. And there is other jobs that don't even need, okay, every job needs requirements, but not as much. You will understand the jobs once you go to those pages and start reading the requirements. Read the requirements. Don't just see a posted job waitress and you just go ahead and apply, and maybe they say they specifically need this nationality. And sometimes, yes, they need a specific nationality because it depends with the kind of customers they're having. It's not because they are picking people, or it's because Some of them is because they really want that their kind of audience and the kind of customers. If you're having Russians and they're only speaking Russian, why should you bring somebody else who cannot even speak Russians or able to interact with the customers? So this is one of the things that companies do, because I'm sure they know what they're looking for. They want the best for their businesses. Don't give up because of these things. Sometimes just go ahead and apply in another place or another vacancy or any other, because there is always something for anyone in these platforms. For those companies that don't have websites, and also for those companies that don't have that they don't allow you to go and apply for jobs directly to their website, or other companies that are just temporary, because these jobs are posted for everyone, because there's people who do part-time jobs, which means even their part-time jobs are posted on those platforms, are also posted. And some people are just temporary. They just need people to come and do whatever they need, so they don't have websites for those jobs. Or maybe there are way too many companies and you might not be able to go direct to all these companies and even know whether they have vacancies, and we don't want you skipping any job opportunities. You need to apply to all of them. So they use these websites to post their jobs so it can reach to you. So what you go in, and what you do also is you go to those websites which are very, very popular, and I'll give you some of the names. So these are ones that I know that have worked for many people. And once you go to these pages, you just register and then join their mailing list, and they'll be sending you notifications of jobs according to what kind of job you're looking for. Are you looking for a sales agent, sales associate, accounting? Are you looking for a job as a clerk? Or are you looking for a job as a waitress? Or are you looking for a job as a doorman or a hotel manager or something? Dubiza.com. You go and join Monstergraph, LinkedIn, and then also again create your profile and make it according to the way you want the employers and the interviewers to see you like. Because some of them will see you and see that, oh, this one is qualified, so they just contact you directly. So you have to pour yourself out there and then describe yourself and make it very attractive, and don't make it too attractive in a way that when they come to you and you said you're a manager, you cannot even talk and no, don't put yourself in that situation. Just be yourself, because there is a reason as why you are you. So be yourself, pour yourself out there as who you are. If you do housekeeping, tell them how you can scrub those places. And then if you do it, just tell them how you can even fly with those glasses. But if you cannot fly with them, don't say you can fly with them. Yes. So, and then once you create your profile, so this is some of them, those ones I mentioned. So once you create your profiles, you either see the opportunities and then apply to them, and then you get notifications when the job posts come, and then you're applying to them, and if they see you, they contact you. So there are so many ways of looking for jobs. You can see, imagine you're following all these ways. By now you already have gotten a job, like jobs. Also, we have group companies, because there's people, I think these companies come together and then they form one thing, and then I don't know how they do it, but I know now there's other group companies like Alshire Group has thousands of vacancies all the time. And then we have Altaya, and then we have Duty Free, and then we have Imar, Jumeirah Group, Emirates Group, Dubai Holding, Al Futtaim. There are so many. Jumeirah Careers, JumeirahGroupCareers.com, and then apply, keep on applying all the time. These groups have like so many vacancies, they will never lack. So if you lack vacancies in Alshire, you go to Altaya or you go to Emirates Group. They have customer service, they have housekeeping, they have everything, all kinds of jobs. So you also go to those pages and start applying. And by now it means you have a book, so you can keep a list of every job that you're applying and where you're applying. So if they start calling you for interview, don't get confused. Start, where is this place? That person has maybe 2 minutes to call like 1,000 people to come for interview, because there is open days also, and these open days are posted on their pages, and also they are posted on their social media, so you might want to follow them on their social media so you don't miss out on these jobs. Also, we have groups on our Facebook group, on Instagram. Join those groups so you can know where vacancies are coming in. So make sure, if you want to look for a job quickly, you are registered to those platforms so you don't miss out. Don't miss out on any of those vacancies. It's a lot of work. It's simple, but a lot of work. But if you do it, let's say you just arrived in Dubai or in any other Gulf country, or in any other country, and then if you sit down 2 to 3 days and then start applying, and follow these steps and do it the right way with the right CV, then you'll be receiving a lot of interviews, because you cannot be unlucky. For you getting a chance to come far to that place to start applying for that job, there is a reason for it. So this is for online application. Let's go to the other thing. The other thing that you'll be doing is hitting the road. So once you're done with applying online, or sometimes you hit the road and then you come back in the house and continue with your online application, and keep on checking your emails and have your phone by you all the time so you don't miss any phone call, because some of the interviewers have only one chance to give you just one phone call, but if you miss it, somebody else gets it. But don't worry, because I'm not saying you should miss the calls. I am saying whatever is meant for you, I believe it will definitely be for you, because I have missed a call and then gotten it again and I ended up going. So I'm not encouraging you, okay? So just be with your phone, keep on checking your emails, and then keep on applying online, and check your CV before you even send it to anyone. Even have your friends check it. So when you hit the road, this is what I did when I came, but nowadays it's more of online applications. But I do know that some people still do this. I don't know whether it's some people or it's a thing or it's allowed. No, because you go to many places and they just give you cards, like business cards. It's one of the advantages of hitting the road. You get a lot of business cards. Some of them say, yes, we are hiring, but because we are busy at this moment, just take this card, go home and apply. That's a good thing. Or sometimes you go to drop CV, because hitting the road obviously means you're dropping CV from one building to the other, from one office to the other. It's so tough, it's so difficult, and especially during summertime, you might hate your life because of doing that. Probably one of the reasons they discouraged it, or maybe because there is multiple physical CVs, because you are always prepared with a bunch of CVs going to drop them from one company to the other. But it's advantageous when you go and get business cards, and then when you go home you start applying again. And also sometimes you get instant interviews. You might get hired even, or you might even get asked, come in, let's see how you work. Yes, it happened to my friends, and they just went in and then they were like, oh, okay, we like you, so we hire you. So it depends. If you're lucky and your job is there, you will get it. That's how you will get it. So in a way, you definitely do it. Also, it's tough, it's hard. You might wanna accept rejection, because some of them will see you coming in, they will not allow you to go in, all because it's the regulations of that office. As we used to have courage enough to go, we are going to drop CV in Burj Al Arab, so we get to the security, they tell us you're not going beyond this unless you're a customer. Yeah, and if you are new in the country, you definitely be confused. And sometimes you have no one to guide you, so you're just bold enough to go and do things. Sometimes you just have to be bold and things work out. They do. It's not easy. You get tired and you spend a lot of money also, so you can't prepare. The other way I know people get jobs is agencies. We still have agencies here in Dubai. They also update, they also post their jobs on those platforms that I gave you earlier, like Monstergraph, LinkedIn, Indeed. So you meet them there, and then they will approach you, or they will call you for an interview. And I know if you don't know, sometimes you get confused because you go to their office and you're wondering why are they telling you about somebody else wants you, and you're thinking that they're the ones who are hiring you. Yes, they are agencies, and some of them charge registration fee. I feel like you already have enough platforms to apply direct jobs than to go and pay, unless you really, unless you want it. But before you get to the payment, you will have the agreement. I will not talk about this much because I did not deal with agencies in UAE, but I do know that there are agencies, and there are agencies that don't ask you anything, but there are agencies that ask you to pay registration fee, or they ask you for a certain amount when you receive your salary. I will not talk about that. Another way I know is referrals. You talk to someone and they tell you, oh hi, how are you? It's nice to talk to people. I know people who have gotten jobs by just making a conversation with a stranger in the metro, or a stranger anywhere else in a coffee shop. I'm not saying that go and start asking people and asking them that do you know any vacancy? No, it just happens by chance, or sometimes some people know you, or friends knows friends, and then it's like a word of mouth, like this company is hiring, just try and go and apply for it. Or maybe, for example, like where I work, we have different shops around. Maybe I can be just passing and then I see a sticker, oh, or I hear something, oh, they're hiring, and then I know a friend who's looking for a job, and then definitely I'll tell them, by the way, try applying to this company and you might get the job. Most people have gotten through that also. Or maybe I'm working in a company where I know we need people and we want to hire quickly, so I just start contacting people that I know, and then they get jobs easy. So, or you are referred to somebody, you know each other, friendship. And I believe that very soon you'll be shining with jobs and interview and confused. Which job should I get, this one or this one? Because there'll be so many of them. Yeah, I know it's a difficult time, but there's also people who are hiring. So, and if a job is meant for you, it's definitely meant for you. I know it takes time to get it sometimes, and it's a hassle and it's a pain, but sometimes it's worth the pain. So just keep searching hard. Don't give up. Don't give up at 1 minute. And I wish you the best. Kwaheri and bye bye. Ciao. I wish you the very best in applying those jobs. If you need anything, any advice, hit me up. I'm your girl, and thank you so much for watching this video.